I used to work at a business in Miami Springs, Florida. The business that I worked at was an okay place to work. And I stress, okay. Now, even though the business was a okay place to work, I wasn't satisfied. I was doing the same tasks over and over and over, living on a schedule, and always worried about doing something wrong and getting written up. Now, there is no way I could stay at a job, especially here in Miami Springs, and be fulfilled. These jobs here in Miami Springs are actually very lame and boring as F. That's why I cannot see how anybody can spend the rest of their lives, the majority of their lives, working at these jobs here in Miami Springs doing the same boring stuff. Now you got these people in Miami Springs who do the same thing for 5, 10, 15, 20, 30, 40 years. And they're happy. How you gonna be happy doing something that you hate doing? Because a lot of these people at these jobs here in Miami Springs, they hate their jobs. They do, but they just do it because it's a paycheck. It's a paycheck. I mean, think about it. You in a neighborhood that's really not exciting, and then you at a job that's also not exciting. So basically, your life is not exciting. Your life is very unfulfilling. I can't understand how people can just be working with the same set of people at the same set of tasks day in and day out, and they're happy. How you gonna be happy working with a bunch of lame ass people that you gotta see day in and day out every day for years upon years upon years, which can turn into decades? Now, I'm not gonna give the name of the place that I worked at here in Miami Springs. I don't wanna really attack the establishment like that. But I will say this, that the place that I worked at, like I said, it was okay, but I got tired of working there because think about it. I'm working with a bunch of cornballs day in and day out, and for the past 2.5 years, which was too long, I realized, hey, you know, if you sick and tired of the environment, you sick and tired of working with these cornballs who think they got it going on and they don't, you should just put in your 2 to 3 weeks notice and quit and move on and keep it moving. And that's what I did, people. Okay? I did. And that's what you ought to do too. If you're tired of working with a bunch of lame ass people who really feel like they got it going on but they don't got nothing going on, you should really quit. There are plenty of jobs out there. And as a matter of fact, if you're tired of the neighborhood that you're working in, hey, work in another neighborhood, work in another city, work somewhere else. Now, mind you, I ain't got nothing against working in Miami Springs. I mean, in reality, it's an all-right place to work. It's a pretty decent, all-right place to work. But to come to the same area of the neighborhood of Miami Springs day in and day out, week after week, month after month, year after year, decade after decade, people, that's whack. That really is whack, people. Think about this. You working at the same job with the same set of people, and after a while, they don't excite you. They have nothing really decent to talk about. It's always the same nonsense they talk about. And they're always bad talking people. The same bad talk that they're talking about. They bad talking you. They bad talking their friends. They bad talking other employees. And you get tired of it. And for what? A measly paycheck? A paycheck and a schedule that in reality constricts you of your time. In reality, you are constricted to a schedule to deal with people that bad talk you and bad talk other people and basically harming you mentally. And if the job is physically demanding, you're also being physically harmed in the process. It's a gradual process. This is why I can't stand working at jobs that basically are not exciting. I don't enjoy. I can't understand why people stay at these jobs that they hate, that they can't enjoy. And the only way to basically escape the boredom of the job is to bad talk other people. So basically, my advice to you is to just keep it moving. Switch jobs. Especially if you live in a place like Miami Springs, where basically it's the same mundane, boring routine day in and day out. And the fact that you can just be going to your job to just do your work, and you got people bad talking you, bad talking your name, scandalizing your name. And you know what the problem is? Being that this area is a place where basically a lot of people know a lot of people who you know, and they know you, and basically a lot of people are connected through gossip. People do bad talking your name and bad talking other people's name. Next thing you know, your name and other people's names are scandalized throughout the whole neighborhood. You understand? You know what I mean? When people bad talk your name at a job, your name gets scandalized. The bad talk makes your name scandalized. And guess what? You're enduring this just for a paycheck, a weekly or bi-weekly paycheck. And the raises are not even that great. And yet you're enduring this. You're enduring the boring tasks, the boring people, and the scandalizing of your name and other people's name because of people bad talking you and bad talking other people. It's been over a year since I've worked at the establishment that I'm not going to name. And I'm happy. Now, when I pass by this establishment, I still see the same set of people. Some have quit, but there are a few that have remained. Actually, more than a few have remained. And in reality, they're not going nowhere, and they're happy being miserable at a job that they hate. I'm glad I quit. And I kept it moving. And I ain't looking back. Anyway, people, it's me, Victor Serrao, and thank you for taking the time to listen to what I had to say.